Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We have a golden ticket here, oops, which we're going to use. And see what's up. Alex Frog versus Trump Wall. This is a weird set. What would you do here? I don't know. A lot of alternative drones. Probably you shouldn't get Arms Race because of Galvani's and Vivids. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll never find out. Cavelli. I don't remember what I know about this person. It's a name I've heard before. I think I may have played him once. Alright, so we're player 1. I don't think we can try to rush for Odin. Tia will get there first. But I guess we have access to Polywall and Infusion Grid, so Tia should be just fine. And there's like Centurion. So I think you do go relatively high econ here. I guess if they tried Endotherm Kit and then later a Tia, you might be a little bit sad, but... yeah, with Infusion Grid and Polywall, I think you can hold off the Tia even after going third engineer. Blue is just so defensive this game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try, and I would also not be surprised to be wrong. But that's how it feels to me. Units I'm not gonna buy, down to the bottom, please. Tia could see play eventually. Now the question is, how important is it really to rush out the first Odin? Because you'd rather have more drones. I think it might be reasonable to go just a hair slower to get out an Infusion Grid. Or a Conduit. I think probably the grid is not that important because Odin will be defending. Whereas there's several things here that you'll want green for, right? Centurion, probably Gauss Fab, since it's such a defensive set. And perhaps one day Tia. So I think picking up green here is good. I'm sort of letting him get the first Odin this way, I think. But that should be alright. If that's what he wants. Like if I went crazy here and built 3 Blast Forges, I'd only have 18 bucks. So that's no good. But I can build an Infusion Grid when he does his like crazy Odin push. No, he's not. You have to cut all these drones if you want Odin next turn. He doesn't. He wants Gauss Fab first. I think I'd rather get the Odin. But, I mean, there's something to be said for getting that Gauss Fab out early, I guess. 2 green feels like a bit more than I want. Like, I want a total of 6 green this game, right? And so I don't want to be generating 2 per turn, really. I can get an Odin next turn, and the turn after that get the Gauss Fab, and then sort of head towards Centurion. Seems okay. 21 drones. I'll have trouble spending my tech when I get the Gauss Fab. but it's not like going for Centurion instead will make that any easier. I just need more drones. So maybe I don't get the Gauss Fab yet. Just continue accumulating green. I don't know. Maybe this Odin's a little too early. I mean, it's too late now. I've got the 3 blue. I better build it. And this should make it hard for him to ever get one. Yeah, maybe we try to punish this Fabricator by pushing hard with Odin and then, like, throwing in a Tia. Okay, well, maybe against Centurion, that's not such a great plan. I don't think I want a grid right now, so much as just, like, more drones. He's not really threatening any attack yet. I hate that I'm floating all this blue, but I think drones are just more important right now. And I need the Animus, about now, of course. But now I can actually triple splitter. Let's just double check. Will I be able to build the Centurion next turn? He'll have at least 6 attack, and I'll have already lost these 2 engineers. So I can lose grid, and I can even click the grid as well. So I'll have 4, 9 absorb, or 9 defense, basically. I'll be threatening at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna be like 1 defense short, which means I'm kind of likely to have to hold a splitter, which means I should build a grid instead. But then I can start clicking Odin. Interesting, he didn't build as much attack as I expected. He wanted this grid. Oh, is Tia coming next turn? That's a little scary. Maybe Tia's coming in a few turns. But it could be next turn. Right, it's just, if you do that, it makes the freeze look kind of silly. Because you would want to, like, time it to hit with the Tia, not as the Tia is dying. I could get another grid. I think that's probably good. I want to make it hard for him to build more attack, and that's what the Odin is about. The Odin clicks, I should say. Of course, he has Tia, right? Like, that is some serious friggin' attack, and so that's why I built the grid. But I have polywalls, like, I'm hopeful I would be okay against Tia if you built it right now. But I'm not sure. I feel behind. So this threatens my own Tia. Although maybe a grid would be better than one of these splitters. Just so I have a little bit more defense left next turn. Can threaten Tia a little more credibly. I guess I can do this. Yeah, like if he Tias, I think a counter Tia is probably pretty good. As long as I have a little bit of defense lying around. Shiver Yetis aren't very good, I don't think, because I'm not... Like, my defense is coming in small pieces, right? Also, he has to lose the Shiver Yeti anyway to save the Tia. So, okay, it was just basically a Rhino. So... Supposing that we build a Polywall. And then... Can't quite do it. Okay, so he has 0 freeze actually, right? Wall. Yeah, this defends. He has in fact 0 freeze. He has to lose the Shiver Yeti. Next turn, he'll have a whole shitload of freeze, but I'm hoping to get through to the Tia by then. With my own Tia plus Odin clicks. Polywall's a serious thing, though. Yeah? I mean, he's probably gonna murder me at this point, right? With this freeze? Gonna have to hold back a lot. Yeah, like, I mean, what the hell am I even doing here to live? Sack the Odin? Then I'm not attacking. And I really can't afford to be breached in any way. Not even a breach for 0 that kills Centurion and Odin. If he gets through, he can kill the Tia relatively easily. But it's actually the stuff I'm defending with that I can't afford to lose, not so much my backline. Okay, he was right about getting that extra conduit earlier and getting these guys. Yikes. I thought maybe Odin would be worth it, but... Maybe I needed to click Odin earlier? Well, okay, before we start doing the post-mortem, is there like some way I can somehow survive here? I mean, certainly it is possible. I can hold the wall back. Or cut the wall, do this, right? This survives. I don't really see how we're living in this scenario because we lose the Odin, but Yeah, and he still has 10 defense left, which, okay, yeah, I give up. Oof. That was a sad one. Like, I wonder if I could have played a higher pressure game with the Odin. It's sort of hard to see how. Like, his Centurion got pretty great value. And I had too much blue and not enough drones, right? So maybe this is, like, not a set to build Odin in. I guess it, like, must be, right? There's a lot of other stuff you want to do, and a lot of ways to make the pressure not that big a deal because of grid and polywall. So... And there's other avenues to go for high econ, i.e. like Centurion. Yeah. So, I don't know, I could have maybe like cut the Gauss Fabricator and played more towards my game plan of like being high pressure. But I don't get attacked early enough to actually be pressuring. He's just absorbing so much. Like, I think to be pressuring, I would have to get the first endotherm kit. And I'm not really set up for that after having invested so much into blue. I don't have enough green, I don't have any red. I built this Animus and then only use it to click grids for some reason. No, because I was like worried about him setting up for Tia. Yeah. Oh no, I used it to click grid and build Centurion. And then the next turn, like, I didn't have any money, so I clicked more grids. I was hopeful that, like, having a defense composed mostly of husks would make his endotherm kit weaker, because the frostbites wouldn't get value. But in order to defend, I had to hold back all my splitters anyway, right? So they got full value. Yeah. I mean, I guess if he actually spends his frostbites, he has to do it by like freezing my splitters, and so I do still have. Well, no, he can freeze the polywall, but I don't know. I just have so many high value units I have to defend, and like you can't really do that. So okay, my opponent clearly read the set better than I did, and played it well. So well done. I still don't really know like when to not get Odin, and I guess when there's good soak and other high econ units are both reasons you might consider not doing it. Right, polywall makes it as easy for a player with 1 blue to defend as a player with 2 or 3 blue. So your extra investment in blue is less valuable than it might otherwise be. Cavelli again. Okay. What's up here? We're player 1. Omega is a big absorber, it's true. But I feel like Hellhounds and or Shadowfangs are gonna be better. As some sort of dog-based unit. The main question is, like, do we want wild drones? Yeah, I think if we're not going for Omegas, then the econ we want is pretty small. But I don't really want my opponent to be able to, like, snipe my wild drones either. And player 1 has a perfectly fine Hellhound opening that doesn't need wild drones, so I think I'm going to just bypass those. go for Hellhounds, and if the opportunity ever presents itself to get a second Animus, like, that would be great, because blue and one Blast Forge and 2 Animus and 13 drones is like Fang Hellhound. Which, like, okay, it's a little optimistic to think you'll ever be able to build that, but... Oh, really? Is he just going for Shredders? Shredders and Wild Drone breach proof? I guess. Oh, that's cool. So it's going to be a pretty aggressive game coming up. But can't I get a Hannibal? Oh, he's getting Hannibals. Of course. Everything frontline. Okay, well, yeah, I should have thought about that. But, like, I think I want the Hannibal next turn. He'll be threatening 3, though. Okay, so this should be a Rhino, I guess, even though I'm not attacking with it yet, just to absorb some damage. And then a Hannibal next turn will start being able to deal with Wild Drones. Although I may just want to... Yeah, because he'll have a Hannibal in front, so I won't be able to bypass the Wild Drones, go through Engineers and Drones. So this is my plan, is that, like, I will be absorbing on Hannibal, whereas he will not be, because I'll be skipping it to attack his Wild Drones. Or maybe his real drones if he clicks everything. No, okay. Gaussite Symbiote, what is that about? Just a way to get fast attack, I guess? A little weird. 2, 3, 4. Not sure I get it. I'm gonna press my advantage, which is that I can, like... Not all my stuff is frontline. How much more attack can he add next turn? 1? Yeah, 1. I can snipe his attackers without having to get up to 7 health as well. Attack. So if he... What are we threatening next turn? 1, 2, 3 at least. 4 if we want it. Okay. I feel okay about this spot. I think having Wild Drones really weakens this kind of assault here. Because it means you can't... Like... I feel like just Wild Drones and Shredders might have been better. Forget the Animus. Drone? Next turn I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6. If I click the Hannibal, it's 7. So I think... Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the Wild Drones were just, like, not that great when you... no. Well, so frontline is fine. But... He ended up, like... I think if you went, like, frontline blue, you might be okay. Because you really can say, like, just forget my drones. Or maybe if he hadn't clicked his Hannibal, like, he would then be... No, because then I just kill the Wilds anyway, right? I think that I should still win against, like, Wild Drones and Shredders, but... you could build more wild drones if you didn't build this Animus, and then you could like get a second Blast Forge to produce 2 shredders per turn, and maybe in that way you could rush up to defeat my Hannibal quickly enough. Maybe that would work out. But this way he just had like, he had to do too many things, and having his whole economy be frontline, right? He just like didn't build enough tech. He has enough tech to spend, enough drones. He didn't build enough drones to spend his tech. He can just barely spend his tech when I'm not attacking wild drones, but he knows that soon I will be, and then he'll be unable to build anything. And so he's hoping to break me before then. But with Hannibal and stuff, like he just can't build up attack fast enough to get through my Hannibal, so I have the luxury of building efficient attackers instead of defenders, which is what he's having to do, because I'm not losing my drones. Yeah, alright, nice quick game. Let's just get in a third here. Since that one was so quick. Maybe we'll run into Cavelli again, who knows? Nope, I guess not. He's playing against Sir. Ruined Shadows. Oh look, there's Native Avian. He was the guy we did our first, Why Did I Lose for? Well, we'll watch him play against Ruined Shadows. I say him. I don't know. Could be her. Wow, that guy loves Zatron. He's even got the googly-eyed Zatron avatar. Wow, what commitment. Okay. Like, that's a special avatar. You can't get that normally. He like bought the Luminary tier or Grand Centurion tier or whatever it is that lets you get a custom avatar, and he used the... that's great. Okay, what is everyone doing this game? Seems like going mono green because of Mahars and Zatron seems pretty amazing. I agree, mono green is the way to go. I'm not sure how many drones you want, but I'm guessing something like 17, maybe more. Maybe almost 20 drones. Kojito again. We played him in the last episode. So, efficient red and sort of efficient blue. Blood Rager is going to be pretty strong against Polywall and possibly Omega. Mobile Animus doesn't seem that great. I think you want a whole Animus. But I think we just go like... I think you ignore the blue stuff here. And just like build some more drones and an Animus on turn 3. I think my opponent is probably building an Animus coming right up, and then we're just gonna get into a slugfest here. The other thing is I could consider Animus Mobile Animus to let me build like Smorkus Rhino, a really aggressive play. After which I could like click the Smorkus and build a Blood Rager. Like, that's, you know, a thing, I guess. It's like, diverting into blue is just not going to help much against Blood Ragers. I'm just going to be... Like, everything you have here is weak against Blood Rager. So I think you have to get an Animus. It's just a question of what you do with the rest of your money. And the only reasonable choices are 2 drones, or a conduit, or a mobile Animus. So let's put this down. Like, Fastimus should sort of have trouble defending against Smorkus Rhino pressure anyway, right? And if he does defend by putting down a Rhino, then like a Blood Rager will be okay value. I think I'm gonna try this. Got any good emotes for this? This seems pretty wacky, but there's a lot of good red sinks in this set, so... Maybe I should just build a Tarsier here. The Blood Rager's probably not going to be that great value. But then again, he'll just build a Rhino, right? And then my Smorkus is kind of dumb. If I do this, I can Blood Rager him when he puts down his Rhino. As well as building a Rhino of my own to defend. No, I won't have any tech if I do that. So the Blood Rager plan is not seeming so great after all, huh? Let's try getting one more drone. I regret the drone already. Should have been an engineer. He's making me pay for it. But he probably only attacks for 3, right? He doesn't really want to click this unless I make him. So I think I'll be okay just building like Rhino Nitrocybe or something. Or double Rhino, I guess is what I would be doing then. Plus a Nitrocybe. Attacking for 4 won't work out for him unless I let it, so that's fine. I don't really like this set. I don't know what I'm doing. Probably not building Smorkus anytime soon. Well, I have a lot of red. I guess I don't want 2 Rhinos exactly, do I? It's fine because I don't really expect him to kill both. To kill either, I should say. And this way I threaten some attack. I can always get the Blood Pacts later. Fine. I think we just attack. Blood Rager's not that great in this spot, I don't think. I mean, neither is double Blood Pact this early. But I feel like he's kind of playing a little bit too aggressive with these Blood Ragers, and I want to punish this. By attacking for as much as I can, rather than building my own Blood Ragers. So they get fairly low value against Rhinos. On the other hand, it does say he has 12 attack and I have 5. So that's sort of like a problem with this approach, I guess, huh? Yeah. There we go, easy. You just triple blood pact, obviously. Oh my god. I only have 3 attack and like this is not doing anything, right? Alright, see you later. I just didn't know how to play this opening at all. I don't know. I guess this 3-red was pretty silly. I thought that like threatening a turn 5 Blood Rager would be good, but then I didn't actually do it. Maybe it would have worked better if I had followed through with like the Smorkus Rhino into Blood Rager. But you know, then I have no defense on that turn, which is sort of a problem. You're spending your tech on a Blood Rager and the Smorkus click. Maybe, yeah, and you can't even like let's imagine I did that, right? Let's say I followed through with that plan. And he builds, obviously, like Rhino, Tarsier, NG. Now I build this Blood Rager, right? I'm not even... I guess I have to do this? It's sort of cool, isn't it? Get rid of that extra red all of a sudden, and now, like... What are you doing? Can you build a Blood Rager? If you can, you're not absorbing, which is pretty bad. I think this spot looks good for me, honestly. Yeah. Huh. Well, I thought that Blood Rager wouldn't be so good. Okay, so let's say he doesn't try to build the Blood Rager then, and just builds, like, another Rhino and a Blood Pack and an NG. Like, does he come out okay then? It's sort of close. I have 3 permanent attack and a few Rhinos, and we each have a Grimbotch. He has a few Rhinos. This is actually a lot closer than it looked to me like it was going to be. I thought that this whole idea from me was silly, but I forgot about the mobile Animus click I could do on the same turn. That makes that a lot stronger. What is going on? I guess I'm defended, so... Wait, hang on. Whose turn is it? Oh, it's his turn. Okay, well, he's not defended. We build a Rhino and a Blood Pact, I guess. And now I could build a drone or a Tarsier or something if I want. Or an Engineer, I mean. Drone or Engie. Or a Conduit. He liked Conduit. We'll put that in. Yeah, like, just getting into, like, a Rhino Blood Pact rhythm. Going okay, isn't it? Like... I guess he has to force field already, so maybe this Conduit was not so great. Just make it a couple Engineers. Oops. Yeah. And now, like, the Grimbotches are dying off. We're just sort of, like, trading back and forth here. But I feel like I'm sort of losing a bit. Maybe now's my chance to get another Tarsier while the Grimbotches are dying. Because it feels like the attacks that are going back and forth are equal. But he has one more drone, and so he's, like, got this slight lead, right? And he gets to build a Tarsier as well, so I don't know. Or maybe he could have even built a wall here. Probably not enough econ. Maybe as the Grimbotches are dying, we each build Tarsiers, and like I have tempo on those a little bit. So So that's my advantage, if such a, if you can call it that. I don't know, it's a pretty like longish game in this approach. I sort of figured that after the Blood Rager, one of us would be way behind, and I wasn't sure who. But it doesn't seem that that's the case. Yeah, the problem is he gets a wall now, right? Or a blast forge. And I'm like just down on drones. I don't really have the option of doing that. I guess you're gonna absorb with it. You don't want it to be a rhino, right? Or a soak with it. You'd rather just be a blood pact. Sure. Yeah, but now, like, I am in some trouble. I guess I can build a blast forge and see what happens. Anyway, I don't know. The point is that, like, that Blood Rager opening was a lot more reasonable than I thought it would be. And I chickened out of it. Mostly because the mobile animus click works better. Like, I didn't... What is my actual opening here? Rhinus Morcus into Blood Rager click and mobile animus click. Right. Huh. Maybe you should cut this engineer too, because you're building blood packs and you want a drone. I don't know. The point is, this would be a lot more interesting than what actually happened, where I just like built nothing and then eventually died. That's never how to win. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.